Happy Flosstube Friday, friends. My name is Carrie. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 77. Yay! Welcome! It's another Flosstube Friday. I'm so excited to be here. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for coming back. If you're checking me out for the first time, welcome! I've got lots of it's all stitching today. Sometimes it's quilting, knitting, rug hooking, all the things. But today we've got cross stitch galore. Let's run through our table of contents like I love to do. What I've got for you this week, what I've been working on in the last week since we chatted last Friday. I've got 3 whips. Actually, one of them might be a new start. And another new start. 4 stitchy things that I worked on this week. That's the moral of the story. I also am going to give you a little bit of a Tiger Lily shop update. Sorry, I'm looking at my list down below. Tiger Lily shop update. We're going to talk about Common Thread and Stitcher. So much fun. And then just a little bit of odds and ends and personal stuff, but hopefully short, sweet, and to the point. And we'll get you right along to your next floss tube. But in the meantime, remember, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I hope you are. It is my anniversary month. I like to celebrate months. Days are great, but really it's a whole month celebration. And I'm going to tell you that next week is going to be bonkers. I'm excited about it. So just make sure that you are here for the stuff, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it later on. But let's just dive into the stitching because that's fun. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, which I hope you do, I'm trying to get better about sharing with you. But sometime this week, I got a bug in my bonnet, bee in my bonnet, bug up my shorts, skirt, those things. That's what I did. And I went deep diving into my whip basket. Now, first, let me tell you, I should bring it over, but I keep all my whips that I'm not actively using. I have a 2-prong whip storage system. Let's talk about it. One is it's a Tula pink sewing trolley situation. It's to put your sewing machine in when you go to retreats. Well, I've never been to a quilting retreat where I needed to take my huge sewing machine. It sounds fun, but I haven't. But I bought this back in the day when I thought I was going to. But now, in the meantime, it's this beautiful Tula pink covered wheelie trolley doodah thing that I keep all my whips in. Whip prong 1. Prong 2 is the cute little 1803. I should have bought it, but really, like everybody, it's a Flosstube, I love it. It's the 1803 Ohio straw wicker basket. Beautiful. And that is the basket that I take back and forth. So I have my studio. This is my studio. And then I take, obviously I'm stitching with the people, with my family in the TV room, on my back porch, wherever I'm stitching. So that's the basket that I take. Now in there, I usually have 2, 3, 4, 5 whips for the week, give or take. And then I bring that basket into here. It's actually over there on the island, but I bring it over here, and that's what I talk about for Flosstube Friday. And I show you what I worked on, and then I'll decide tonight what's going to come back out of the studio. Anyway, that's the moral of the story. But so I went digging into my Tula pink whip corral trolley and dug deep. Now, so when I was digging deep, I decided, you know what? I have some good stuff. So this is what prompted me is I'm kitting up I'm planning for some Halloween, some fall, some autumnal stitching. And I was like, I know I have some good colors. And there was a time where I was buying those gassed, flosses. For example, I was buying, and they're not the normal 5 or 6 yard skeins, are the 10 yard skeins, right? And I knew that there was a time when I had bought a whole gaggle of those, kitted up some projects, but they're not on my thread wall. And so I was figured out, you know what? Those darn little silly things are kitted up with a project in that trolley. I'm going digging. So I went digging and I found this chart. This chart this was a start. So Penny Pumpkin is something that I started during March Madness of 2022, I think, 2022. And during the March Madness, it was so much fun. That was one where you voted on Instagram, so fun. Well, this one didn't win, and so it went away and has been in the whip basket ever since. So 18 months. It's been down there hogging these good flosses. And so I had 2 choices. I could just borrow the floss or take it back, procure it back, or I could say, no, this is a beautiful chart. I don't know why. I'll tell you why. But I don't know why I decided to just put it away. Why haven't I pulled it out again? And so I did. So I've got a new style, and I hope you join me. There's no time, no thing, whatever you want. But it's called Oldie but Goodie SAL. So you know you do. Let's just be honest with you. I mean, unless you're like a monogamous stitcher and like my hat's down to you. But if you've been stitching a while, you might have an oldie but goodie. You know you love it. It's in the deep depths, dark corners of your whip basket organization system. Dig it out. It's hogging some good floss. So that's what I decided to do. So I am going to do an oldie but goodie style right here. Now my point is I'm going to try to finish smalls. It has to be smalls. Like we all have our oldie but goodie big girls. Like I've got a whole collection of big girls. Don't get me started. But these small ones, like this shouldn't take forever. Okay, so hold on. So I pulled it out and I decided I'm going to work on it this week. And I'm going to work on it until it's done, not just this week. So this is what I've got out. So like I said, this is the Penny Pumpkin by the Scarlet House. Ooh, you can see a little bit of the white. So I'm working on it, right? And so that way I can reclaim my floss because it's barely gonna use any. So this is what I pulled out. This was the whip that I pulled out this week. I got a lot on it. If you saw my post 2 or 3 days ago, all it was I had just started this urn and a little bit of the pennies. So 2 nights of stitching. I got the leaves. I got the pumpkin outlined. It's a adorable white pumpkin. Of course, in true Tiger Lily fashion, I have changed all the colors for it. I'm stitching this on 18 count. Picture this plus darling. There were 8 colors. I took it down to 7. I combined one of them. And then I just changed it to overdyes. Then I thought, now if I remember, this was charted in 2014. So that is my asterisk star warning. I feel like I tell you this all the time, but you know, it bears repeating. 2014, beautiful chart. If you get it, join me. I love it. I have lots of friends who have, oh, I have that chart. Oh, I started that. Oh, yes, pull it out. Let's do it. And my friend Liz from Antique Needleworkers, coincidentally, just showed her finish on this one. And I was just floored. I was watching them this morning, working on my stitches. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's her finish. She just finished it. I must have known like osmosis. We were connected. We didn't even know. But so she finished it. Beautiful. But the point is 2014. And it's called for, it's got a bunch of overdyes or a DMC conversion. As we all know, the overdyes change. And so I can tell you, the overdyes from almost 9 years ago are not going to give you the colors that are on the front. Fair warning. I did change some of them. I actually changed some of them and moved them around. Anyway, just so that's why I pulled from the picture with my overdyed wall, or I don't even remember how I did it. Let's just be honest. It was 18 months ago. But these are the colors that I am using so far, and I'm really liking it. And I'm 18 count. So I can tell you why it went away, but I'm plugging through, going through. I think I can. The train going up the hill, right? Back 18 count. 18 count is that sweet spot funny area for me, at least. I'm an Ada stitcher. Welcome. So I put 99% of my stuff on Ada. There is one linen project here today, but 99% of my stuff is always on Ada, samplers, big girls, small girls, all the things. But 18 count. 18 count is one of those 1 strand or 2 strands. I don't know. 18 months ago when I started this, and it's picture this plus, which we know is tight, right? I don't know what I was thinking. It would have looked super cute with one thread. For some reason, I started this with 2 strands. 2 strands over 1 on 18 count Ada. Now, I must have been channeling my sweet friend Liz Matthews because she loves 18 count or 36 count. She's an linen stitcher. That with 2 strands. She loves the poofy, and I can appreciate it. Like, I can be here for it. Like, you do not see a lick, a stitch, a smidgen of the fabric underneath this leaf. And this penny is going to be solid stitching. It's really pretty, actually. Really pretty. It's kind of tricky when you get down to the hole and you've got 8 strands you know, because 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, yeah. 8 strands coming into one hole in this little tiny 18 count Picture This Plus, because it was really almost like 20 count, let's be honest, maybe tighter, I don't know, but that is why I went into timeout, because I wasn't loving, it wasn't super easy. I stitch in hand, I don't use a hoop when I'm stitching on Ada, and so it was just not easy breezy, so I went to timeout. But I'm pulling through, I pulled it out, I'm getting her done, and I'm super excited to have this in my dough bowl pillow finish, hopefully sometime soon. So what do I got next? All right, friends, so the next stitch that I worked on this week is required stitching. I'm excited about it, and I'm not going to spend too much time, because hopefully my guess is you watch some of the same Flosstubers I do, and you've seen this, because I'm a little late to the starting game on this one. I am going to Chantels 141 Pep Rally in September, so this is the pre-stitch. So like I said, if you watch Jessica or, you know, stitchy friends, lots of friends are stitching this and have already shown it. But I do want to just show you what I got. This is the chart. It came with a beautiful, the wooden box. Jessica showed it. Beautiful. I ordered linen. This is the driftwood linen. It came with DMC, came with one of Chantel's super adorable floss bars, I think is what we're calling this, maybe. I don't know. Have we decided? Super adorable, right? Okay, well, in true Tiger Lily fashion, I changed all the colors. Now, I did stay on, since we're finishing this at the retreat, the thing is we have to have it stitched before we get there. Challenge, but I can do it. But because we're going to be finishing it on one of, I'm sure, Chantel's beautiful boards, I had to stay in this. So it's either 16 count or 32 count. And so because I was changing the colors and I'm a new linen stitcher, I just changed it. We'll just stick with that. And so let me just show you. So I did go ahead and change mine. This is Picture This Plus Heritage. That's it. It's this beautiful greeny, it's autumnal, right? And the brown is gorgeous. I just like green. And so I confirmed with Chantel that like it was still going to go with the finishing board, and it will. So I did a center start. That's not part of the stitching. I did a center start, and I have now learned, yeah, anyway, did a center start, changed all my colors a little bit, over-dyed. I'm just an over-dyed girl, because I just love the movement and that the variegation gives you. See this orange? It's all one color. But when you look at the little bunting, I think that's like bunting, little flowers. Anyway, just enough. Anyway, love DMC, but I just wanted this. I pulled all from Stash. I've got Color and Cotton, Forbidden Fiber, some weeks. These are some weeks that I had from Hello from Liz Matthews, Quaker Pumpkins. It's adorable. I should have pulled it, because that is the autumnal stitch you need to be working on, because it's great for your stash. It's like 6 different weeks, beautiful colors. I will link it down below, because it's one of my favorite autumnal finishes. And if you just leave out it's cute. Anyway. And then, yeah, so I just changed all the colors. There weren't that many. So fun. So that's as far as I got. So I'm going to work on that a little bit, and we'll see how we get. I have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, at some point to finish it. My last stitchy whip for this week is just a little bit of progress update, and I just want to share it with you before I believe she is going to go. I'm putting her on my board. She's going to go away for, it's not timeout, but I just got to, I got to give equal love to all my big girls. Now, this is a big girl that I just started here in the last couple weeks. I was late to the game. This is Sarah's birthday start. So she started it on July 1st. Yay, happy birthday, Sarah. I was a little late to the game, but not better late than never. And I am here. So this is beautiful Jane Hopkins. I am using all the DMC on this one because there's like 42,000. It's actually like 32 colors, but lots of colors. I just didn't change it. So we're doing it. And, beautiful. I ended up stitching mine on, but on the label still here. This is 16 count doubloon. Picture This Plus. It's a Picture This Plus kind of day, isn't it? So this is what I worked on. So I just wanted to show you my little progress. Not too much, but yes, I have started on the rose. this little pretty pink rose right here. I am working this in the world of page finishing. Now that's usually not what I do on my big girls. On my big girls, I'm a color completer. So I will take this color, this green, and go everywhere with it, which is exactly what Sarah did. Beautiful. She's got like green everywhere. This chart is like, I don't know. Let me tell you. Let me not guess. 12 pages, beautiful color chart, easy to read, nice, big, wonderful, but it's 12 pages. And so rather than having to flit and flatten all the things, I decided I'm going to try a new one. I'm going to try a page complete. So you can see this line right here. That's the edge of the line. So I'm working on page 6 because I did a center start and that's just near the page. And so yay, I get to work on one of the pretty roses. I wanted to get to the pink, but I wasn't going to let myself do the pink until I finished the white or whatever the colors are. But you know, whitish, pinkish, whatever. So if I don't put her away, I might be able to complete the white that's on page 6 and then pull out the pink. So fun. I love pink. Anyway, so that is the progress that I got on Miss Jane this week. So like I said, we'll see. I don't know if she's going to come back out. I know it's Sampler September, but I might have other plans. We shall see. And then last but not least, I do have one new start. Like I mentioned, there is one linen project. It is a new start this week, but I have a little bit of story to share. So first, I want to tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a vintage butterfly stitching. Now, I showed you this during, this was the shop update, right? So I had this beautiful, I love to do my vintage stitching into project keepers. This isn't the shop update. This is story time. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my story. I like to put these things on Instagram stories because then they disappear in 24 hours. And if you see it, you see it. If you don't, sometimes I'll tell you about it on Flosstube. Let's just be real. But sometimes you don't. Well, a couple months ago, I did this one. It was a beautiful keeper, all purple. This was the outside cover. Spoiler. It was this on the thing. Beautiful. I cut the zipper off. And I cut the zipper off in a way that I didn't realize it. And then I went ahead and I put the binding on it. It was completely finished, except for one side of the keeper, the zipper little doodah thing, gone. Long story short, I couldn't sell that one, obviously. I was just going to keep it for myself and make it a non-functioning zipper side. Fine, whatever. It's awesome. Well, Lily saw it, my daughter Lily, and she's like, oh, that's great. I want it. I'm going to put it in a notebook. It's going to be my school thing. Well, I never thought about that. I mean, obviously, I named my keepers. The OG keeper is the Trapper Keeper from the 90s and the 80s. Welcome, child of 80s/90s. So Trapper Keepers, I'm here for it. She had no idea what I was talking about. But I was like, okay, yeah, that's great. So she took a notebook. We took the Project Keeper to Target and we're like sticking it. It doesn't fit. It wasn't made for that. Like the measurements, the dimensions were not made to put into a notebook. Well, she's like, but mom, like I want to have a 5-subject notebook. I'm taking this, and this science, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And so like she went and got this 5-subject big old notebook, right, from Target. And I was like, okay, it doesn't fit. It doesn't close. Well, what do you do when you're a mama and your daughter's like, I think this is the best thing? Well, she usually doesn't like, anyway. So I cut this guy out of said broken Trapper Keeper, Project Keeper, made a custom dimensions. Yes, Lily picked all the colors. In case you didn't know, Lily's going to Clemson this year. And so purple and orange are all the things. Do you see my fingernails? We're leaving in 3 days. We're not going to talk about it because I cannot break down and cry right now. But we're leaving in 3 days and she's going to go to Clemson and she picked out the colors. She went to my fabric wall, went to the orange and the purple section, picked out the orange and purple she wanted, picked out all the things. So now her 5-subject notebook slides right in. She keeps her pens and her pencils and her doodahs and the things in the pockets. And it's a Project Keeper turned Trapper Keeper notebook that Lily's going to take to school. Super exciting. Okay. So fun. So if you have a Project Keeper pattern and you want the dimensions to make yourself, your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew, your anybody, a 5-subject notebook thing, let me know. Send me a DM, send me a comment, let me know. And I will make a little quick dimension change chart so you can adapt to at least this size. Measurement's not that hard, but you know, at least you don't have to do the math. I've done it to make this fit this pretty snaz, if you do say so. Okay, but I wanted to show you. So that's why the reason I'm telling you that story is because this was the other side of the keeper, the project side that wasn't broken. I was like, well, that's good enough for me. Yes, I get to use the seconds in the world of the. So what I started is the light, what is this called? The Light Upon the Lawn. It's a Blackbird Designs chart with this cute little bird that's as big as the house. And if you know, you know, that's my Lily's favorite thing about cross stitch is when a bird or an animal is bigger than a house. Because it's just real life, right? What? She goes, what are these people thinking? Anyway, so she kitted that up for me. And so the reason I pulled this out is because, remember I told you what's happening in 3 days. We're not talking about it, but yeah. So I was feeling a little nostalgic, trying to keep myself composed. I decided, and I wanted to just put that together. And so this was something that she had kitted for me for a Christmas, a birthday. I don't know. So she just goes super sweet. You love it. I love it when my kids at least recognize what I like to do. So she went to 1, 2, 3 Stitch, found a chart she was pretty sure I didn't have, which I didn't. And she pressed add to chart, all the little weeks, die works. And she's like, I don't know what fabric. So it's just super cute. So this was a kit that she had gotten me a hot minute ago. And I had never started it. But I decided this week, I just needed it. And that's the kind of new start I needed. So I pulled it out and I gave a new start. So this is 40. This was my piece of 40 count. And so I decided, I wanted to kit this up or start this stitch and feel a little connection. And then I wanted to try the 40 count dirty teacup that I had gotten from Needle and Flax. Yeah. So it was just in my stash, super gorgeous, pretty. I'm not anywhere near committing to a big on linen. No. But I decided, okay, so I'm starting to work on this adorable bird. Like I said, the bird is bigger than the house and I'm here for it. So I did a right corner start because that's the thing about funky modeling. Look at this fabric. Each 4 corner is very, very different, right? And so I found the corner that I thought I wanted. I did a little floss toss and that's the one I wanted. So I had to do a right corner start. So I'd like a center start, but when you're doing, you got to do what you get. So anyway, this is super pretty. I'm using Odd to Tiger Lily, but your kids can. So it's all the called for colors. It's going to look gorgeous. And that is the stitching. Sorry. I left mid fill in. But it's super fun. And it's 40 count. I'm going to be honest with you. 40 count. Now, I'm not going to re-talk about my linen experience every time I bring out a linen project. It is 100%, 1,000% different than Ada stitching. Let's just be honest. But I'm getting it done. I'm taking the challenge. I'm trying something new. Just like my friends Shelly and Liz, their little maker's moment this week. So adorable. First of all, I love their movies. I watch the movies a couple times because I can. Their maker's moment this week was try something new. And of course I'm here for that. My first linen stitch was a StitchCon back in June and I just kind of have snowballed down the hill. Anyway, so that is my new start for this week. That's it for the stitching. All right, so before we move on to some shop update stuff, I just wanted to say thank you to 2 of my stitchy friends who utilized my Buy Me a Coffee link down below in my description box. I think they both said go have some ice cream with Lily, and don't worry, we've eaten our fair share of ice cream. Yesterday was cheesecake, so we're getting variety in our desserts. Yes, I think sugar and chocolate are her love language. But I wanted to say thank you to my friends Anne and my friend Anonymous. So thank you so much for using the Buy Me a Coffee link. I truly appreciate it. So that's that. And let's dive into let me look at my list. Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure. Let's talk real quick. Common Threaded Stitcher. If you are, hopefully you're seeing this on the day it's uploaded because it's this weekend. So fun. It's an Instagram. Lots of people have already talked about it. I'm not on the team. I am just super jumping in the deep end, having fun, meeting all new friends. So it's a hashtag on Instagram, Common Threaded Stitcher. It's also a group. Go follow it. There's prompts every day. I haven't figured it out. Yesterday was the first day. There were 2 prompts. I participated in one. It's a full-time job. I want to do it, but I was like, anyway. So then there's 2 prompts today, and today is World Cross Stitch Day, so that's super fun. So like it is the like party cannon, confetti cannon party. I know that I think Liz, so hello from Liz Matthews and Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, are doing a live maybe tonight. But I'm gonna go to catch it whenever it is. I need to definitely check when it is and get it on my schedule. But there's lots of different people doing lots of different fun things on the Instagram. So check it out and join the fun. So fun. Listen, the problem for Monday was, why did you start stitching, or why do you love stitching? I'm just gonna give you the little blurb. The moral of the story is my favorite part about this whole hobby. First of all, I love stitching. I love samplers. I love color, floss, textiles, all the things. My favorite thing about this whole stitchy thing is the community, is the friends that I have made in both real life now and online. My online and my real life friends that I have met through this hobby, hands down, no question, my favorite part about this place, this thing. Anyway, not crying. Okay, so what I want to do now is give you a little bit of Tiger Lily shop update. So if you're here for just the stitching, that is it. You will miss nothing else. If you want a little bit of a Tiger Lily shop keeper sneak peek, stick around. That's what I got. Okay, so as you know, the Keeper Club, full, I know. I'm trying. But I will be opening up a few slots, so make sure you're on the wait list. I don't remember exactly when, but I will tell you here in plenty of time so that you know when to check your email. But get on the wait list. There are going to be a few slots opening up, so make sure you're on the wait list. Otherwise, the Advent box is still available, but quantities are dwindling fast. So if you've had that in your mind, if you've been thinking about it, don't miss it. But I don't know. It'll sell it when it sells out. But dwindling fast. But in the meantime, I also do a shop update every 15th of the month. So the 15th of the month, every month at 1 p.m. Eastern on my website, tigerlilyshop.com. It's all down in the description box. Or if you go to Instagram, you can go to the links. There's like lots of different ways to get there. But every 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern, I have a shop update. And there's anywhere from it's usually 10 to 20 keepers. Let's just be honest. This month, I got a little overzealous. Yay for you. And I went gung-ho. So let me just show you, in case you're curious, do I need to set an alarm? Do I set 2 alarms? So if you want one of these. Now, if you saw, remember my mini keepers? I debuted the mini keeper project pattern, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. It is a patchwork pattern to make yourself a mini keeper. Mini keepers are fantastic. I love them. They're great for smalls. Pop them in your purse, pop them in your travel bag, all the things. They can actually hold 4 tiny little projects because they've got the front zipper pockets and then the 2 on each, and then 2 back pockets behind it. Anyways, so the Christmases are ready to go. So if you saw my pattern, this is what I cut into for the sample, to the prototype. So this is the Christmas patchwork collection. They're all different. The covers are not different. The covers are all Christmas patchwork awesomeness. The bindings, you can see there's red, green, and pink binding. And just a quick little flip through. See how the pockets are all a little different. And so fun. I love them all. It's hard for me to choose a favorite. So there's going to be a handful of those on the 15th. Now, as you saw, I was doing Christmas in July, and that's how those things got cut up, and that's how I did that. But then I have switched gears, and I put on my witch's hat, and now I'm like super spooky time all the time because, that comes before Christmas. So I needed to embrace it. So in the meantime, I went and this is such a cute little Riley Blake. Oh, I wish I remembered the name of the designer. Just came out, super cute patchwork. Look, there's a cat and the mouse and the thing. So a lot of these are fussy cut. Look at the cat with the sign. Anyway, so these are all patchwork again. Bindings are all a little different just because I like to make them all one of a kind. And again, the pockets are some are the same and some are different. So there's going to be a handful of Halloween patchwork minis. And for my full-size friends, these are not complete. The binding is not on, it's half on. I still got some toe. The binding is half on, but I just wanted to show it to you. Not upside down because that's not any fun. So these, I've got 8. So there's 2 of the gray. Look at that's the fabric, is not cute. And then it's an orange. And then it's like these sign cutouts with a black frame or a sign cutout with a white frame. So fun. So those are all full-size double pocket keepers that will also be available on the 15th. All right, friends, last but not least, I just wanted to give you a heads up in case you saw last week or the week before, I don't remember, when I had teased about a gnome sale. Now, so I teased about it. It did not happen yet, but I have scheduled it. Welcome. Come join me in my first full day distraction of being back to an empty nester. Thursday, April. Really? No. Thursday, August, welcome, 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'm doing it at night. Just hopefully the people, those pesky day jobs get in the way sometimes. So Thursday, August 17th at 7 p.m. on the Whatnot app. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you go back a video or two and I give you all like the 30-second commercial of what Whatnot is. It's an app where I'm going to do an online sale. It is super fun, all the things. The moral of the story is I have a link down below. It gets you $15 off your first purchase. Okay, so come buy a gnome and get $15 off. How great is that? So link down below, use the link, you download an app, it's on your phone, it's super fun. I did a fabric destash sale, all the fabric, all the goodies are out in the world, they're well received, it worked out perfect, I'm super excited. So now we're gonna do a gnome sale, meaning I make gnomes out of upcycled, thrifted sweaters, and I've got a village of gnomes that are ready to go to their new home. Now, I know you may not be thinking about Christmas yet, but I hope you can because I'm super excited and I hope you will join me and check out all my fun one-of-a-kind gnomes made from upcycled sweaters. So everything is different. Their beards are different. Their bodies are different. Their hats are different. Lots of fun stuff. Thursday, August 17th, 7 p.m. is my gnome sale on Whatnot. So I hope you will join me and check it out, save it, do all the things. Last but not least, I just wanted a little blurb of what's going on. I know you guys, or some of you really, I appreciate it, get into become your friends. We're friends. So I just want to give you a little bit of life update situation. So T-minus 3 days. I told you we're not going to cry about it, but Monday and Tuesday, I will be down in Clemson. Follow along on stories if you want to see some Clemson. Yay, I'll share with you all the things just because it's my happy place. Like, I love Disney World. I love lots of happy places, but Clemson is #1 by far my happy place. And so I will share some pictures and road trips and fun and just, because if you want to follow along, you can, otherwise, whatever. But so that's Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, I come home. So maybe a pile of mush. Wednesday, I fly home and leave my babies down there. But we're not going to talk about that right now. But what I do want to tell you is right now, after this, hilarious. This went out to lunch a couple days ago with my parents. It was their like farewell lunch with Lily. And they were talking about my Flosstube. Okay, so if my Flosstube, sometimes Patrick turns my Flosstube on the TV. And their TV is stupid big, right? And so my head, because is like, is bigger than life size, like double life size head. And so Lily walks in and she sees, and my daughter's support. I have one daughter. She supports my Flosstube, but she also likes to, poke the bear a little bit. So I'm just gonna a little clip here at the end for your viewing pleasure, in case you want to know what my daughter Lily thinks that Flosstube is about. Yep, it's hilarious. Okay, friends. So until next time, which is hopefully on the Whatnot sale, come join me on stories. Maybe I'll go live this week. And if Lily like disappears, I think she's got some boyfriend plans. So maybe I'll just come on for fun, for a common threaded stitcher. I don't know. On Instagram, fun. No promises, but we shall see. But for sure, the Whatnot sale. And then, of course, next Friday for Flosstube Friday. So until next time, friends, happy quilting, happy making, happy knitting, happy hooking, happy all the things, and happy stitching.
Happy Flosstube Friday, friends! This week, I have so many cool things to do. I have a finish of this, and I started this, and I have all these flosses, and they're so exciting, and we're just gonna get right into it. Okay,